See, can you hear me okay?
Hi,
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's been a good morning for me so far. It's still early here. Right now it's 8:30 in the morning in Canada. What about for you? What time is it there, Sissy?
It is evening. It is the 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so did you have a busy
Yes, it
day
is the evening
today?
time. Yes, today is very busy day.
Yeah, and what did you do today?
I went hospital for my baby checkup
Okay.
and take care her.
I see. Okay.
Yes,
Just a regular checkup. You go every few months or something like that?
yes. She
Okay, well
have
that's good.
some problem, skin problems. So that's why we went hospital.
Okay, okay. And was the doctor able to provide you with a solution to this problem?
Yes,
That's
yes.
good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I hope your daughter feels better. Um,
Thank
and
you.
so was it a long time that you had to wait when you were at the hospital, or what was the experience like?
I take a appointment in phone call
Okay.
before 1 hour.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, when you went there, were there lots of other people? Like, was it very crowded kind of at the hospital today?
No,
That's
crowded.
That's good. That's good. Sometimes when you go,
Everyone's everywhere. Yes. Yeah. Tell me.
I was just gonna say, sometimes when you go and it's too crowded, then it makes the whole thing more stressful, right? But when there's not a crowd, that's a much better situation.
Yes. You are right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, other than that, did you do anything else today, Sissy, or was that kind of took up a lot of your time?
Yes. Not nothing. I routine taking my baby and my family, and also have a prayer meeting, a birthday prayer meeting.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. And
It is 8 o'clock.
where do you go for this meeting?
This is my village. In my village.
Okay, in your village, like you do gather at someone's house or at like a
Yes.
central place, yeah.
Yes. Someone house
Okay, that's good. That's good. And how big of a group do you get together with for this prayer meeting?
around 60 to 70.
Wow, that's
We are
awesome.
gathered.
That's great. That's great. So are these all kind of like neighbors and friends and acquaintances of yours? Do you get along well with
Yes.
this whole everyone in this group?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that that's
Okay.
yeah, that's nice to see each other like that, right?
Yes. Okay. I want to learn and I want to get some knowledge about TOEFL and IFL preparation.
Okay.
You can give me any suggestions how to I prepare and how to I gather information to speak English very fluently and
For sure.
in written test. You can
For
tell
sure,
me.
for sure. Yes, I can. So if you'd like, I can pull this up right here, Sassy. This is a really good source of information about TOEFL. So we can talk a little bit today about TOEFL speaking. Um,
Okay.
now, we don't have to go necessarily through all of these things, but we will talk about some of the more important parts, okay? So TOEFL speaking has a few different parts to it. Part one is an independent question. Okay, so that you will have to
Okay.
answer one question based on your thoughts and opinions. Okay, and then part
Okay.
two is integrated. So you'll have three more questions that will be integrating information from a short reading or listening to a passage. Okay, so um, to practice for this kind of thing, it is there's a lot of different things you can do, and some of that we can practice today. So basically, what you want to make sure that you are doing are kind of all of the things mentioned here, right? You have
Okay.
clear and fluid delivery of the words that you're saying, right? You are have very limited kind of accent. Your pacing is very good. Your use of grammar and vocabulary is more complex and accurate. And you have sustained some well-developed and elaborated topics or things
Oh,
related to the topic. Okay, so this is all super important for the TOEFL speaking section. Now, today, what maybe we can do is we can go through some questions here and practice what it's like. And I can give you some suggestions about what kinds of things you might want to do and how to maybe improve or make some improvements to your answer. Would you like to practice that today, Ceci?
yes.
Okay, excellent. So
Before practicing, I want to know about it is very necessary to write and practice vocabulary and grammar.
yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Vocabulary and grammar are both going to be very important for TOEFL because these are two of the main things that you will get marked on, right, or graded on when you are answering. So, uh, as it says here, right, they've got different scores that you could possibly get, and the higher amount of um, the higher the score rate, the better it is. So to get a high score, you have to use some complex grammar. Okay, so this means not
Okay.
just basic tenses or basic kind of sentence structure, but complex sentences. You're demonstrating a really good understanding of different kinds of sentence structures and grammar related, like tenses and that kind of thing. Um, and as well as vocabulary, right? The more vocabulary that you have, the better your answer will be, and using it accurately, right? Not just using big words, but using them correctly is very important too. Okay.
Yeah. How to I remember how to I practice vocabulary?
Yeah, so to practice vocabulary, there's many different things you can do. One of the best things is through reading. If you challenge
Okay.
yourself to read lots of different types of texts in English, you will encounter new vocabulary. And as you're reading, if you see a word you don't know, this is an opportunity now for you to learn some new vocabulary. So I think that doing some reading exercises is a great way to improve your vocabulary. And I have a website that I use with a lot of different students called Engu.
Okay.
And this website,
Okay.
Engu, is very good for this exact thing, building your vocabulary through reading. So they have daily news stories, many different topics and that kind of thing that have some different kinds of vocabulary. Some of them are beginner, some are intermediate, some are advanced. And you can learn the vocabulary words, practice them,
Oh,
and then read about an article that uses these vocabulary words and answer some questions. So this kind of website is
oh,
really good for practicing vocabulary.
okay.
I
You
sent
are working in Engu. You are doing
no
you
no
are tutoring.
no
No.
this website I don't tutor for, but anyone can use the website. It's you don't have to sign
Oh,
up or anything. You just can go to this link that I sent, and you could click on the articles and read through them for free. So I use these articles actually during a lot of my Cambly lessons with students. We'll
oh,
read through together and practice some vocabulary.
okay.
Okay, do you have any questions about that at all, Ceci?
Yes. Next one. It is the topic development.
Yes.
Sustained, well developed,
Yes. So
elaborated.
yeah, elaborated. Yes. So this means that, like, if they're asking you about one specific topic, right? Are you able to talk about this topic and provide
It
details
is
about this topic?
it is a general topic or current events or family. What kind of
It could
topic?
be about any of those things. So sometimes they ask you about your opinion about like a political thing, or they could ask you about a piece of technology, right? Do you think this is useful? How would you use it? That kind of thing. Or they could ask you about your family life, anything like this. There's many different subjects, but we'll practice more and more of these different topics together in future lessons so that you can get maybe a better understanding
Oh,
of what to expect.
yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that so far?
No.
No. Okay. Excellent. Um, the other thing is that these answers are usually timed. Okay, so you have a specific
Fine.
amount of time to think about your answer, maybe make some notes, you can write them down, and then you have a specific amount of time that you have to talk for. Okay, today we won't do that because that's something we'll do after we've practiced a little more. But for today, let's have a look at the question. Okay, this is an opinion question, so they want to know how you feel, what you think about this topic. Okay, you'll be
Okay.
given two situations or opinions and asked which one you prefer and why, or you'll be given one statement and asked if you agree or disagree and why. Okay, so these are some possible options for this style of question. Your answer will be
Okay.
based on your own ideas and opinions, and you will have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to speak. Okay, but again, for
Oh,
today, we won't worry about that. But during the actual TOEFL test, this is the kind of timing you can
yes.
expect.
Speaking is very difficult.
Of course, it can be a challenge, but that's why it's great to be
Yes.
practicing like this. Okay, so this topic is an example here of what you might get on the TOEFL exam. It says, some people prefer a job that allows them to be outdoors. Others feel as it is more pleasant to work in an office. Which do you prefer? Explain why and use details and examples in your response. Okay, so this is a really good example of the kind of question you might get for part one of the TOEFL speaking test. Now, do you understand everything about this question, Ceci, or do you have anything that you'd like to ask me about related to this question?
Not no. Someone means outdoor means office. Office is it is very outdoor working. It is similar.
Office is inside. Office is inside. So you've got four walls
Oh,
and a roof. You're in a building.
okay.
Outdoors means like you're not in a building. You are outside with the sun and in the outdoors.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
I clear.
okay, it makes
Eh,
sense. So basically, what they are looking for is they want you to choose one outdoors or indoors in an office. Which is better and
Indoors.
why?
It is very better to work in office. It is very comfortable, and it is very pleasant atmosphere.
Very good, very good. Okay, so now one thing I can suggest for today, Sissy, you always want to make sure at the beginning of your answer you give like a very strong kind of first argument, right? Or first kind of main idea. So if the main kind of question here is which do you prefer, echoing that question in your answer will be important, right? You can start by saying, I prefer, or I
Oh,
think that I prefer, something like this, right? Um, I prefer an office, or I prefer to work in an office. Then after that, you can start to explain, right? And you did some good explaining. You said it's comfortable, right? Maybe it is more convenient, this kind of thing. Now, the other thing that the question includes is it says use details and examples. Okay. Do you know what this means?
no, can you tell me?
So yes, details are basically um, like talking about the reasons for something, right? The reasons why you're saying something is true. So if you are saying like working in an office is comfortable, say why, right? Because you can sit in a chair, or because there's air conditioning, because you don't have the sun right on your face. Give all of these details
Ex-
explaining why you said
oh,
this. Okay. And then examples are talking about like a specific situation. Say maybe I work in an office, or I used to work outdoors and I didn't like it. That is an example of yourself, your personal situation. But unfortunately, our time's almost up for now, Sissy. Have a good rest of your day.